You want me to sit on the floor? Will that make it easier?
No, this is perfect.
You sure?
At this point, no one should move.
Everyone.
I just turned up my
I
just turned my chair off.
Got a little brighter.
I'm good. I'm the best person in the stuff, you know that? All these guys are all at angles. I'm like, I know I didn't move.
That is the worst, man.
All the lines going that way. I'm like, yeah, what?
So we had our first video shoot for Men of Muhsen, and I think the next question is, so what? And I think one of the main aspects that we really need to focus on for people who have newly joined our organization is, what do we do now?
Everybody is good at something. Specifically to people that have special needs, don't think you're limited. You're not limited. Because if this organization can't find something for you to do, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
Right? Right? So if there is an organization where you want to start doing work in your communities, this is the best place to start.
Yep.
Because it's for you.
So everyone knows what their strengths are. And it's about taking those strengths and putting them to good use for an organization like Muhsen.
Sometimes people are like, all right, you guys are telling me to take initiative, but I just don't know the first step. Maybe you guys can just reach out to us and bounce ideas off us like, hey, I'm trying to get involved, or I'm trying to do something, I'm trying to start up something. Maybe start up a team with your own friends, maybe get more people involved. Like you said, each of us have strengths. So take that initiative, at least reaching out. If you don't know what to do, what the first step to take, reach out to us, bounce some ideas off us, and get something going.
Absolutely. So what's an example of awareness that you guys can think of that someone can do in their own community?
Coming from my perspective is that we don't typically talk about it that much, right? When you have a special need, you kind of keep it to yourself. Your family's a little bit more private. But you realize once you start creating that awareness, that more people are going to start coming and discussing and saying, oh, I didn't know that person had this issue, and having that discussion internally within that community, finding out who in your community is like that.
Even having someone there who's just a welcoming party, right? When we have someone with special needs, there are, of course, things you can do to open doors automatically, but also how can we make things easy for someone who walks in to make them feel welcomed, to say assalamu alaikum, how are you, how are things going, make them feel as if they're human and not someone who's that has special needs, right?
Someone actually came up to me and they said, you know what, the topic that you brought up, it's never talked about, and the thing is, someone sitting next to me, her child has autism, and yet no one has ever talked about it, and they feel left out of the community because no one ever wants to talk about it.
It's a taboo, almost.
It's a taboo.
Yeah.
And there's this stigma that it's like you should keep it to yourself, and that needs to be broken out. We need to stop doing that.
Yeah.
And it starts with being more vocal.
Yep.
So I definitely agree with you. Being more vocal and having these discussions, honestly.
You can't be uncomfortable. You may feel like you can't make a difference, but you really can. I feel like Muhsen is like an amazing opportunity because that's what it did for me. As youth, we want to make a positive change in our communities, and I feel like Muhsen provides us the platform to really help out and to really reach out to our communities and really make a difference.
Sometimes you might have voices that'll say, no, there's going to be someone else who's going to step up, but in reality, you are that person that's going to step up. So what are you going to do about it? What is that next step?
When I started working with MEC, I initially thought, okay, well, there's maybe 1 or 2 families. Lo and behold, there was at least 10 that I was completely unaware of.
Yep.
You're not just helping one family. You'll see 5 or 6 families come forward. Every community has it. It's just they need to be reached out to. We need someone to step up and do it.
SubhanAllah, right now we're in the U.S., but we have primarily a lot of the volunteers in Texas and Illinois, but we have teams that are growing in New York. We already actually have a team in New York, and we have another team, inshallah ta'ala, in St. Louis that's going to be starting. And this is important. Everybody who says, I wish Muhsen was where I am, where I live.
Yeah.
My statement to those individuals, Muhsen is wherever you want it to be.
Yeah.
We want you. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. We good, Sakib?
You tell me.
I don't know, man. I'm just hungry.
Can I loosen up a bit?
Let's go.
I have not turned anything off.